We motoring journalists are a cynical lot. You see, we've heard it all before. Seen the razzmatazz, heard the hype, and heard the puff. But very occasionally, a product comes along that doesn't need hype, that doesn't need puff. A product that speaks for itself. Let me introduce you to the all-new Volkswagen Passat. The present Passat was criticised for being a teeny bit dull. Now that's something that we certainly can't say about the new car. There are overtones of Concept 1, the new Beetle styling exercise in the roofline, and the rest of the body works really well in terms of style and aesthetics. It's also slightly longer and slightly wider than the old model. The body shell is stronger than the Albert Memorial. It looks like it's been machined from a solid block of tungsten. Just look at these panel gaps. Perfect, thin, narrow, millimetrically precise. And the Passat has the longest anti-corrosion warranty in the business, 11 amazing years, because it is galvanized from nose to tail. And it's not just a reskin of the old Passat chassis. This is an entirely new car under the skin. New suspension, new engines, and new transmissions. The car handles sweetly with light and precise controls, and the new 4-link front suspension eliminates any tugging or torque steer at the wheel rim. And as befits a car with this sort of road holding and grip, the top-of-the-range model has a stonking new 30-valve V6 engine developing almost 200 brake horsepower. It puts that power on the road through a new 4-wheel drive synchro transmission. With a maximum speed close to 150 miles an hour, this is a real Autobahn stormer. You've got a choice of 6 engines, from the 1.600 bhp through to the 1.8 20-valve 120 bhp. Then there are the diesels, the 1.9 90 brake and the 1.9 110 brake TDI. Then comes the 2.3 VR5 with 150 brake, the world's first V5 engine, and the range is topped by the 2.8 V6 with 190 brake horsepower. Transmission-wise, you've got 5-speed manual gearboxes and 2 new automatics. A 4-speed with dynamic shift pattern, in other words, it adjusts to your style of driving, and for the more powerful cars, a 5-speed automatic with DSP and a Porsche-like Tiptronic selector for full manual control of the transmission if you feel like it. And the Passat is the first mainstream production car to have Tiptronic gearbox. As you'd expect from the company that churns out some of the best-made cars in the world, safety is very high on the agenda, and the Passat has a standard driver's and passenger airbag, plus the option of side impact airbags integrated into the front seat backrest. The Passat is particularly resistant to side swipes, with anti-intrusion bars in the doors and the interior of the door panel partly filled with impact-absorbing foam padding. And interior space is unmatched. Here is one car where passengers at the rear don't have to travel everywhere in the lotus position. There are 4 trim packs, E, S, SE and Sport, but even the base model has outstanding levels of equipment. Just consider some of the things on the standard cars. We've mentioned the standard airbags for driver and passenger, but both front and rear belts get tensioners, powered by a tiny gas-driven Wankel motor. ABS is standard, so are head restraints. Central locking, engine immobilizer, electric front windows, driver's seat height adjustment, and lots more. The further up the range you go, the better the equipment levels. The whole idea is that customers can tailor packs and options to create exactly the car they want.
When you consider the sheer appeal of that shape, and I have to say it's handsome with a capital H, when you consider the attention to detail, the build quality, the specification, at the sort of prices VW will be charging for their new Passat, you realise that this is an executive motor at middle manager money. Let me make a prediction. As soon as company car drivers clap eyes on this car, as soon as they drive it, they will be handing back the keys to their Mondeos, Vectras and 406s. This car will top the user-chooser lists by a wide margin. So take it from me, the unimpeachable testimony of the jaundiced, world-weary motoring journalist. The VW Passat is an absolute belter.